everybody, welcome to another Demon's Fire, and today we'll be doing kind of our very first top 10. And the idea behind this, well, it's not really going to be a top 10, not that it's going to be a top 5, as you can kind of see in the thing, but I will be doing a series of these top 10s, or top lists, as I should say, kind of going forward throughout the next year or two, just discussing some points and all that. But I thought this would be the perfect time to kind of do this, because it's E3, right? You're seeing this now, just a few days away from E3, at least the big press conferences. I think it's about a day or two away, at least for the ones that I care about, mainly being Microsoft. I think Bethesda's Saturday night as well, and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, I felt this was a perfect time, but instead of doing all my predictions and kind of analyzing E3 and going through that way, I kind of just wanted to make this list of things that I hope for, because personally, I can't really predict it. To be fair, this year I don't have any predictions. To be honest, there's nothing I really think is going to happen. But this year I kind of wanted to discuss what are my hopes, and I kind of want to make this a yearly thing. What are my hopes? And then next week we'll talk about kind of the results and kind of my comparisons of my hopes to what I kind of thought about it and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be a good lead up. We'll keep doing this yearly, all that fun stuff. So here we go. Let's start this top 5. All right, number 5. Microsoft to give me another reason to own an Xbox One. Now, for those of you who know, at least have seen my streams and all that, I actually own an Xbox One. But realistically, I only have an Xbox One for 4 games, or 5 games really, if I think about it. Rare Replay, right? All those. Sea of Thieves I've been playing on there, and even then I could technically play that on my PC, so technically it's not a reason to own it. Gears of War 4, again another PC title, but just a reason I own it. Halo Master Chief Collection, those are and Sunset Overdrive are my 5 main games kind of on there. Why I own it, right? But to me, 5 games does not make a system, and kind of the idea behind this is that I want Microsoft to come out and give me just one more. I could take one more game to wow me. Now, and I'm not saying that there's one game particularly that's going to do it. I just hope that in their press conference on Sunday, they can give me another reason to play this system. Number 4, Animal Crossing on the Switch. Yes, I need another Animal Crossing. The one on the phone was a complete and utter disappointment for me. It's not really an Animal Crossing game. It's kind of more of a point-and-click social game that kind of what Animal Crossing falls in line with, like back when Animal Crossing came out, it'd be like, oh, those Facebook games, but more in depth, that kind of thing. It kind of fell back to that Facebook game, if you guys remember those back in the day, and that kind of feel. So I have real no interest in the mobile game, all that kind of stuff, but it has been since 2013, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 2013, since New Leaf came out. I know they revamped it 2 years ago, all that kind of stuff, but realistically, it's been about 5 years since the new Animal Crossing. The Switch is a beautiful platform for it, and they even gave us that Animal Crossing app on the Wii U, I think it was 3 years ago, that we thought we were going to get a Wii U Animal Crossing. I would have been meh on it, but because for me, Animal Crossing is best both in handheld, but I also do miss that console home experience. My 2 favorites are Animal Crossing on the GameCube and Animal Crossing on the 3DS. Those 2 have been the best. I didn't get too big into Wild World or City Folk. I know Michelle got bigger into the City Folk. I didn't on that one. It just didn't kind of click with me at the time. For me, I had the GameCube one. I love that one, and I hope to look at it in the future. And then New Leaf just... oh, they added so much new content in that one that really brought me into the fold that way. And I'm really hoping with the Switch, I can kind of get both, where I can play it on the go, right? Play it, and then come home, drop it, and keep playing it like the GameCube. Kind of marriage the 2 that I really love and all that kind of style. So it feels right. It feels about the right time. This one I feel has a high chance of coming to fruition. But really, I don't know. Because they have Smash, I don't know what else they're really coming, and we'll see, because they're saying they're only talking about games coming this year, and I just don't see them announcing an Animal Crossing and then 6 months later releasing it. It just doesn't feel right. I feel like Animal Crossing is one of those they kind of build up to, kind of like they did with the 3DS one. But man, I can hope. Number 3, another round of Sony exclusives for the PS4. Now, when I say that, what I'm trying to say is kind of leading off the very first Demon Fire, where I had said I really am not ready for this generation to end, right? And it feels like to me 2018 is the last big push coming from the Sony camp, because last year they didn't announce really any games for 2019. It feels like their last big push before the PlayStation 5 and all that occurs. And for me, 2019 is a little soon personally for it. So I'm hoping that not only with The Last of Us 2, that's a 2019 game, it'll probably be the swan song of the PS4. Let's be fair on that one. I would love a few more games to go packed in with The Last of Us 2. Give me one more decent year. It does not have to be as strong as 2018 with God of War, Spider-Man, Shadow of the Colossus, Detroit, all those big hitters. Just give me 2 or 3. I'll just take 2 or 3. Last of Us 2 and maybe 2 other titles that I would really love to see. Give me something in that vein, and you'll really make me satisfied, at least for this generation, right? Then I'll feel like we had our early stuff that was kind of dabbling between Gen 8 or Gen 7 and Gen 8, right? Horizon and Uncharted 4, that level of area, and then we got God of War and all those kinds. I'm looking for that last swan songy area for the PS4, and then I'll be geared up for PS5, all that kind of stuff. All right, number 2. Retro Studios' next game. I have been calling for this for years. Retro Studios, outside of Rare, is probably my absolute favorite game company or game developer ever. Them, Rare, Blizzard, and probably Nintendo are my 4 biggest, right? And Retro has made some of my absolute favorite games of all time. They made my favorite FPS with Metroid Prime. They've made my favorite platformer, 2D platform I should say, with Tropical Freeze. I'm looking for their next game. They have always hit balls out of the park for me. All their games have been good. I really like them. They're one of Nintendo's strongest IPs, and we've heard nothing since Tropical Freeze. Now granted, it was 4 years between Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze, but we had also heard of Tropical Freeze in like 2013, 2012. It's now been 4 years and we've heard nothing, and I really want to know what they're doing. I know there's the rumors of the Star Fox Grand Prix, I think is the working title. Sounds cool. Love the concept. I really hope it's something in a different genre. I'd love to see them tackle something different. It wouldn't bother me if it's another Donkey Kong. Really wouldn't. They did a really good job with Tropical Freeze. But I think they are shooting for something different. I would love to also see them do maybe their own IP, something like that. Realistically, though, I just want to see what they're doing. Give me a breadcrumb. Give me a small teaser. Something. Just so I know what they're doing and not having this fear that they're not doing anything, right? And I know they're not, but like... Usually when development cycles start getting this long, the fear that they're not producing something that they like or of quality to Nintendo makes you start to worry. So I'm hoping we see something this year. I really think we will. I really think that Star Fox Grand Prix could lead to something. It may not be that exactly, but it means there's something, and I'm really hoping there's something from Retro. Number 1, the biggest one. This one's I'm hoping is a guarantee. I don't know. They announced it for this year, and I just don't see it occurring. They said, now anybody knows Metroid Prime is my favorite game. I flipped shit last year. I didn't even have to watch it. I didn't watch the press conference last year. Well, I did. That's wrong words to say. I did watch the Nintendo press conference. I was driving at the time, and I had my buddy up on the phone, right? And so I was focused on driving, and all I had to do was hear the music of Metroid Prime. And I went bonkers. They thought I was going to take them off the road. I just went ape shit on that. Like, I was like, yes, finally, it has been 9 years since the last one. I'm so excited. I know we had Federation Force. Let's be realistic. That's not a Prime game in my head. This was Metroid Prime 4. And man, I want to see something from this game. They teased me last year. They gave me a logo. Nothing. Now, granted, I take it. It's just telling me it's occurring. I'm a little nervous that it's not Retro making it, right? Because Retro made Metroid Prime 1 through 3. But I don't necessarily want them to do 4. I would rather have seen a different Metroid. Just anything Metroid. Metroid's my favorite series. So to see anything that they do with that is what I was hoping for. So Metroid Prime 4, they got me nervous, but I'm super excited also at the same time. It's kind of this little ball mixture of excitement and fear all at the same time where I'm like, don't mess with Prime. Prime's really good. Don't screw it up. Please make a good one if you're going to make a sequel. Plus, I'm really excited that you're having one, so please make it fast. Kind of that whole just jumble and mixture together. So I'm hoping this year we get to see footage. That's my big thing. I want to see Metroid Prime 4 footage. I want to see what are they doing with it? Who's making it? When is it coming out? You said 2018. I don't believe you for a word. That you're going to show me a teaser title, and then boom, they're just going to drop it this year. I have a hard time accepting that. Maybe I'll be wrong, and they just carpet bomb us with information. But I don't see it happening. I think that'll be this year will be completely focused on Smash, showing us what Smash is, all that, because that's huge to Nintendo. I don't know. Maybe they come out with Smash and Prime. Maybe that's their two big, ticket items. That with Pokemon. I mean, those 3 games alone would be huge for this year. But I don't know. I digress. And really, that's just kind of my hope and my number one for this. I just want to see Metroid Prime 4 footage. Alright. So there are all my hopes for E3. There it is. That's my top 5, really, the hopes and dreams of what we'll get to see from E3 for me. And I know there's a lot more that'll be shown, and I'm really excited to see what you guys all are hoping for when it comes to E3. So please go down to that comment box below and let me know what you're hoping for. Also tell me about what my hopes. Do you think they're possible? Some of them I think are, a little out there. They give a little space for thought and let you kind of think of it. But I really would like to know your thoughts on that. What are you hoping for? All of that. I'm so excited to see it. I wish I was going to be home so I could stream it, do something that way, but sadly I always take a vacation right around E3, and that's just kind of how it works. Oh well, maybe sometime in the future I will ultimately do an E3 stream and we'll kind of go from there. But anyways, let me know down in the comment box below. Otherwise, please hit that like button. I make all sorts of videos here like this. This is Demon's Fire. I also make reviews. Go check those out. Got a bunch of playlists over on the channel. If you like what I do, please hit that subscribe button. And if you can, please share this with your friends. Let them see it. Let them see my content. All that fun stuff. Otherwise, I shall see you guys next time on Demon's Fire next week, where we will talk and discuss E3 itself. See you guys later. Bye-bye.